Okay, picture this for a second. A forest just teeming with impossible creatures.
Mm.
It's nestled right where, the earthly world kind of bumps up against the mythical heavens at the foot of Mount Meru.
Yeah, forget your standard nature documentary.
Absolutely. We're diving deep into the Himapant Forest today from Thai mythology.
A place where imagination really just takes over, and the creatures themselves, well, they tell the stories.
Exactly. And it's not just about, oh, look at the cool monster. This is a proper deep dive.
Right.
We want to explore what these Himapant animals tell us about Thai beliefs, where they came from symbolically, and why they're still so captivating, especially in temple art and old stories.
And we've drawn on mythological research, obviously. There's one key text, the Trevhumakatha.
Oh, yeah, that's crucial. It gives incredible detail about this forest and, who lives there.
These otherworldly residents. And it's important to remember, this place is supposedly inaccessible to ordinary folks.
Right. It's like reserved for the spiritually advanced. A sanctuary.
So our goal here isn't just listing creatures. It's about understanding their significance.
Yeah, what cultural currents shaped them? What do they still tell us about the Thai worldview?
Exactly. Getting under the surface.
All right, then, let's jump in. How about we start with the lions? Or the lion-based creatures.
Good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
The lion's such a universal symbol, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Power, majesty.
Definitely. And it's fascinating how the Himapant takes that foundation and just runs with it, expands it.
It really does. Okay, so take the Himmeraj. You've got that classic lion body.
Yep.
But then the head, well, it might be a swan's head.
Right.
Or sometimes a crocodile's, that Hema part.
Whoa, okay. Swan or crocodile, that's quite a mix.
It is. There might be regional variations in how it's shown, too.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Does that duality point to different kinds of power? Like swan grace and crocodile dot bite.
That's a really good way to put it. It suggests a creature embodying maybe seemingly opposite qualities.
A balance of forces, maybe?
It could be. Representing different domains, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Then there's the Kochasri. Again, lion body.
But this time, an elephant's head. Trunk, tusks, ears, the whole thing.
Another powerful blend. Lion strength, elephant, wisdom.
Exactly that. It's a symbolic fusion. The lion's might, the elephant's intelligence, and, that sense of wisdom we associate with them.
So it's like a being that's both strong and smart.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Which tells you something about the values being highlighted, right? Physical and intellectual power.
True strength needs both, maybe? Okay, now this one's a bit different. The Singapanorn. Lion lower body. But the top half is a monkey.
Yeah. It's quite striking, isn't it?
Definitely unexpected.
This combo could maybe symbolize agility, cleverness, mixed with that lion strength. A guardian that's not just powerful, but quick-witted, too. Resourceful.
And we're really just scratching the surface of the lion types here.
Oh, absolutely.
There's the Crazon Rajasri, described as pure white with bright red markings, very majestic, almost idealized.
Right.
Then the Kalashriha, a black lion, but it's cow-like and herbivorous.
Now that flips the script, doesn't it? A herbivore lion.
Totally.
It suggests the lion idea here is maybe broader, more about the feline form than, say, what it eats.
And the Tina Shriha, also herbivorous, but with horse-like hooves. And the Buntu Rajasri tiger-striped, carnivorous, but still a lion type. It's like they're blurring the lines between big cats.
They really are playing with those boundaries.
But then it gets even wilder with these composite crazorns.
Yeah.
Like the Jumlang, a crazorn with a dragon head. The Karwi with a cow head. There's one with naga features, another with bird features, the Paksa.
Wow. So they're taking the lion base and just layering on attributes from other powerful beings.
Seems like it. Dragon power, cow nourishment, naga mysticism, bird, celestial stuff.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about the sheer creativity here. They're making totally new beings with these really layered meanings.
And we should remember Singa just means lion, basically.
Right.
And you see them constantly as temple guardians, standing right at the entrances.
That placement is key. It emphasizes that protective role, warding off bad vibes, keeping the space sacred.
Their main job, really. And the list keeps going. There's the Singakak car, which is apparently scaly.
Scaly lion?
Yeah, the Siharmankan, a lion-dragon mix. The Thep Norastri, human top, lion bottom.
Ah, the classic human-animal hybrid. Always interesting exploring that rational versus instinctual side of things.
And the Tichikorn Jatabad, a bird lion. Then there's one just called Tuk. It has horns.
Just two. Simple.
And the tucator, another lion-elephant mix, but different from the catastrophe. It's a whole universe just based on lions.
It really is a deep dive into the leonine form itself.
Okay, so let's leave the ground for a bit. Head for the skies. Bird-based creatures.
Good transition. Birds often symbolizing, freedom, the heavens. A different vibe from the earthbound lion power.
Definitely. And leading the charge here, you've got the Kinnara and Kinnaree. So iconic.
Absolutely central figures.
Usually shown with a human upper body, right?
Right.
And then the lower half is a bird, swan, or goose, typically. And wings, always wings.
Gorgeous wings. They're just such graceful figures in Thai art.
And they're linked with music, dance, love, devotion too. Right.
Very strongly. They're seen as these beings of beauty, art, deep feeling. Benevolent too, kind of like watchers or guardians for humans.
What does that tell us, their popularity, about the value placed on those things?
I think it suggests a real appreciation for grace, for artistry, and for that compassionate guardianship within the culture.
Makes sense. Okay, then a totally different bird vibe. The Nok Husadilling.
Ah, yes.
Quite different.
This is a huge bird, but it has an elephant's head. Trunk, tusks, sometimes even a lion-like head.
Another one of those amazing combinations. It seems to embody immense power, Bird majesty, elephant strength and wisdom.
And maybe lion fierceness thrown in sometimes.
Exactly, a potent mix.
And of course, we can't forget the Garuda.
Definitely not.
That powerful eagle-like being, human torso. Vishnu's ride, basically. And the sworn enemy of the Nagas.
Right. That rivalry tells you a lot about cosmic forces, doesn't it?
It really does. And the Garuda's importance in both Hindu and Buddhist traditions just shows that rich blend of beliefs in Thailand. Its power, its opposition to the Nag, which is often linked to Earth, and water sets it up as this major celestial force.
We also find other bird variations, like the Hongsa, a celestial swan.
Graceful.
The Nakpaksin, a bird with a Naga head. There's that hybrid theme again.
Intriguing, isn't it, blending those powers?
And the Asurapaksa, a demon-chicken hybrid. Sounds kind of terrifying.
Yeah, that one introduces maybe a darker element. Not all mythical birds are nice.
Good point. And we even see Garuda-Naga combinations. Sabun Hera, Sabun Hemaraj, blurring the lines between the rivals.
What could that mean? Maybe reconciliation. Or beings that embody both sides. A dual nature.
Fascinating to think about. The list of bird hybrids just goes on. Noksamati, Sagun Hera, Sagun Crazorn, Paxi Surha,
Payakwenta, Mangkorn Saguni.
Kabila Paksa, Noctantima, Apsarm Paxi, Asurawe Yupak. Wow. Each name probably hints at some unique mix.
Just shows the sheer inventiveness, doesn't it?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come back down to earth. Elephants. Huge reverence for elephants in Thailand. Strength, good luck.
Absolutely. Given their cultural weight, it's no surprise they form the basis for some really key mythological figures. Power and auspiciousness.
And leading the herd, so to speak, is Erawan.
Ah, Erawan.
Often shown as this magnificent multi-headed elephant, just pure majesty and power. Why the multiple heads, do you think?
It probably amplifies its power, symbolizes its high status, makes it truly awe-inspiring, a really potent image.
Then there's the Wari Kunshorn, elephant body, but with a fishtail and fins.
Oh, interesting. Bridging land and water there.
Right, what's that about?
Could represent a connection between those realms, maybe dominion over both, or powers from both land and sea.
And the Karen Paksa, now this sounds visually striking. A black elephant with red bird wings and tail.
Wow. Yeah, that contrast, black and red, and the fusion of elephant bulk with bird flight suggests something incredibly formidable, powerful, and maybe swift too.
We also see other elephant hybrids mentioned, Kachapaksin, Kachapaksin-du. Both seem to involve bird bits. And the Sindafa Crunchorn, get this horse body, elephant head.
Okay, that's an unexpected swap.
The combinations just keep surprising you.
These less common ones really show the incredible scope, don't they? Exploring really unusual fusions and what they might mean symbolically.
All right, let's pick up the pace. Horse-based creatures. Horses usually mean speed, nobility.
But again, like the others, we see the basic horse form getting mixed with other mythical elements, often boosting that inherent symbolism of speed and grace.
First up, the Sinhonathi. Horse body.
Let me guess. Fishtail and fins.
Bingo. Echoing that land-water connection again.
That aquatic feature keeps popping up. It must be significant. Maybe swift travel across both land and sea. Unimpeded movement.
Could be. Then the Durankraisorn. Horse body, lion head, regal.
Ooh, yeah. That speaks of speed and fierce power.
What kind of beam would that represent?
Probably embodies a noble, courageous spirit. Swiftness combined with, strength and authority, like a knight's steed, but mythical.
We also have the Himara Usadorn, horse with a bird head. That sounds more ethereal.
Yeah, a bird-headed horse. Maybe links the earthly horse realm with the celestial bird realm, a swift messenger perhaps, or something linked to prophecy, spiritual insight.
And the Durong packs in majestic white-winged horse, bird-like tail, Pegasus vibes.
Absolutely. The winged horse, classic symbol of freedom, aspiration, rising above earthly limits. Pure fantasy.
And there are others. Asadorn Wayupak, Hera Asadon, mixing horse features with birds and the Hera creature, just adding more layers.
It's a rich tapestry.
Okay, now let's delve into the mysterious side. Serpents and dragons, nagas, dragons, always representing power. The mystical.
Oh, these are huge in Thai mythology.
Yeah.
Very prominent, often linked to water, protection, immense power.
And the naga, or Phayanak, is probably the most famous, right? Scaled, serpentine, golden combs. It's known for their power, shape-shifting, connection to water. And they're everywhere guarding temples. Why are they such enduring protectors?
Well, their link to water essential for life connects them to prosperity, fertility. Guarding sacred sites reinforces that protection role. And the shape-shifting adds mystique, power, suggests they can move between realms.
Then there's the Hera, naga-like, but with 4 dragon legs, horns, a fiery comb. Sounds like a fiercer version.
Yeah, the Hera seems to represent a more, maybe untamed draconic energy. Raw power, elemental forces.
And the Makara, that composite creature. Bits of crocodile, elephant, serpent. A real fusion of animal strengths.
The Makara's mix probably symbolizes a convergence of different elemental powers, embodying strengths from all over the animal kingdom.
Then just Mangkorn, the general word for dragon. Powerful, auspicious. How is it different from the Naga, usually?
Well, while both are powerful and serpentine, Mangkorn often feels more regal, benevolent power, linked to royalty, good fortune. Naga feels more tied to water and guardianship specifically.
Got it. And we see hybrids here, too. Nakpaksa again, Skunmungkorn, Macha Naka, Macha Wan. Even a hornfish, the Shrinkomatsaya.
Yeah, that horned fish fits in this sort of category. The water theme is really strong with these serpent types.
Blending serpentine or dragon forms with fish really hammers home that connection to the aquatic realm.
Which is often seen as a source of life, mystery, powerful forces.
Yeah. Okay, so we've covered creatures based on, let's say, more familiar animal templates, but the Himapant also has this amazing other creatures category. Truly unique stuff.
This is where the mythology really lets its hair down, creatively speaking. Creatures that defy easy labels, showing the sheer diversity of this imagined ecosystem.
First one, the Mom, apparently a northern Thai specialty.
That's right.
A mix of various animals, dogs, cats, geckos, monkeys, tigers, considered a powerful protector. Sounds like a very local, very eclectic guardian spirit.
Exactly. Its regional importance in that mix of so many animals suggests a deep folk belief in this potent, all-encompassing protector, drawing strength from all sorts of animal totems.
Then the Gilan, which is the Thai take on the Chinese Qilan.
A chimera representing elemental forces.
It's fascinating how these myths travel and morph, isn't it?
It really shows that cultural exchange, how traditions influence each other, adapting symbols into new contexts.
We also have the Panorn Meruk, ape upper body, deer lower body.
Now that's an unusual pairing.
What could that be about?
Well, ape agility and maybe intelligence, combined with deer grace and speed. A creature of both wit and swiftness, maybe.
And the Suapik, a tiger with bird wings, a flying tiger.
Imagine that. Talk about amplifying the predator aspect. Makes it even more awesome, maybe fearsome, unbound by the ground.
Then there's the Suea Saming, the were-tiger.
Ooh, tapping into that primal fear of transformation, human-animal blurring.
And the Neng Unguik, the mermaid, a figure you find everywhere in so many cultures.
Absolutely. Represents the mystery and allure of the deep water.
Yeah.
A truly cross-cultural figure.
The list just keeps going. Plaquai, Plasuea, Krabi Puak, Tror Pitarapa, Manin Munkorn. Mythical cows, mythical elephants. It's clear the Himapant is just packed.
Teeming with life, both familiar and utterly strange. And like you said, there are even more obscure creatures listed in some sources. It underlines the incredible imaginative richness here.
What's also really striking when you look at all these combinations is how they often seem linked to the natural elements.
Yes, this is a really key point. It's not random mixing and matching. It often reflects the symbolic understanding of nature and how the elements work together.
Like wings on Kinnaree, Garuda, those winged elephants clearly connect to air, right?
Oh,
moving through the sky.
Precisely. Wings mean the celestial freedom, wind power.
Then fishtails, aquatic bits, On the Wari Kunshorn, Sinhonathi, mermaids, obviously linking them to water. Life, mystery.
Exactly. Denotes connection to water's fluidity, depth, vital force.
Strong legs, hooves, lions, elephants, horses, they seem really grounded in the element of earth. Stability, strength.
Absolutely. Those sturdy limbs connect to the land, grounding, power.
And fiery attributes, maybe like on the Gillen, or creatures with that intense dragon energy, could link to fire, transformation, energy.
Definitely. Creatures with those dragon vibes or intense auras could easily tie into fire's dynamic, transformative quality.
So think about that winged elephant with a fishtail we mentioned.
Yeah.
It's literally combining air, earth, and water. Makes you really wonder what specific message that fusion was meant to convey.
Exactly. These deliberate combinations point to a holistic worldview. These mythical beings embody the interconnectedness of natural forces. Each element adds to the creature's unique power and meaning within the whole system.
Now, we've mentioned them quite a bit, but let's really focus on the Kinnara and Kinnaree for a moment. They seem to hold a really special, revered place.
They absolutely do. Their presence everywhere in art and folklore just shouts cultural significance. And as we said, typically human top, bird bottom, swan, or goose usually, plus wings.
And they pop up in both Hindu and Buddhist mythology, believed to live in the Himalayas and, of course, the Himapant. That shared heritage must add to their weight.
For sure. Their presence in both traditions shows that complex weave of religious influences in Southeast Asia. And being linked to mountains and mythical forests just elevates them further, beings of wonder.
And we keep coming back to music, dance, love, devotion, all shown so gracefully. What does that tell us about valued qualities?
I think it points to a deep cultural appreciation for artistic expression, for romantic love, for loyalty that doesn't waver. And their role as benevolent watchers adds compassion, guardianship to the mix.
And then there's the story, right? Kinnaree Menorah from the Sudhana Jataka.
Oh, the classic tale.
Love found, lost, reunited. Menorah becomes this powerful symbol of ideal beauty, grace. She even inspired the Menorah dance. How does that story cement their status?
Well, the Sudhana Jataka is foundational in Thai culture. Menorah's story hits these universal themes, love, sacrifice, endurance. And the fact that Menorah dance is still so popular, that's living proof of her impact and symbolic weight.
It's also interesting that they're not just Thai figures. You see similar beings in Cambodia, Burma.
Right, variations across the region. It highlights that shared cultural heritage, the interconnectedness, these powerful myths cross borders.
It's so clear these Himapant animals aren't just, fantasy doodles. They show up all the time in Thai folklore, legends, especially Jataka tales, other Buddhist stories. They have jobs to do there.
Definitely. Their roles in these stories underline their symbolic importance. They often act as allegories, embodying virtues or vices, illustrating Buddhist principles.
Like the Menorah story perfectly shows those moral and symbolic roles. But it's not just big religious texts, right? They're in local legends, too, like the Mom in the North being a protector spirit.
Exactly. Those local tales show how deeply embedded these creatures are in everyday belief systems, helping explain the world, offering a sense of spiritual protection.
It really drives home how these stories were and are such a powerful way to pass down cultural values, moral lessons, generation after generation. Okay, shifting from stories to stone and paint, Himapant animals are everywhere in Thai temples.
You can't miss them. Their constant presence in temple architecture and art just shows how deeply woven they are into the religious and cultural landscape.
You see the statues, lions, nagas, Kinnaree, Garuda, elephants, guarding the entrances inside the grounds. It feels like they're bringing the Himapant into the temple space. What does that do for a visitor?
Well, by having these creatures there, the temple evokes that sacred mythical realm. It creates a kind of symbolic journey for the worshiper, reinforcing the link between the earthly and the mythical, the human and the divine.
And not just statues, right? They're in the murals, carvings, intricate decorations.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. Adding this incredible artistic and symbolic richness, these artworks don't just look pretty, they tell cosmological stories, reinforce the importance of these beings in the Buddhist view of the world.
There are specific stunning examples, too, like the golden Kinnaree and Garuda at Wat Phra Kaew in Bangkok. Their sheer prominence tells you something.
Absolutely. Seeing them depicted so grandly at such a major royal temple just underlines the high esteem they're held in, their connection to both religious and royal authority.
It's undeniable. They're just fundamentally part of the religious and cultural fabric. Protection, good fortune, links to the gods. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive into this incredible world, What are the main takeaways? What should stick with us?
I think, first, that the Himapant Bestiary is this incredibly vibrant reflection of Thai imagination, Thai spiritual heritage. These composite creatures, mixing different animals, are packed with symbolic meaning, often reflecting how nature's elements connect.
Yeah.
Figures like the Kinnara and Kinnaree stand out, embodying ideals like beauty and devotion.
Hmm.
And collectively, these animals play crucial roles in how the cosmos is understood, in folklore, and in the stunning art you find in temples.
And it's just amazing how it all reflects that unique blend, Buddhist, Brahmanical, local indigenous beliefs, all converging to create this multifaceted, captivating world.
Exactly. It's a powerful example of that syncretic nature of Thai culture. Different traditions merging harmoniously to create something totally unique and, well, enduring.
So maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. How do these ancient mythological creatures still echo in Thai culture and art today? What does our lasting fascination with these imaginative beings say about maybe a basic human need to connect? Connect with the natural world, but also with the supernatural, the realms beyond. Perhaps next time you see Thai art or visit a temple if you get the chance, really look for these creatures, or maybe even seek out a performance of that menorah dance. It's like a living connection back to this extraordinary mythological world.